What's up, everybody? I just landed in Texas. Look at this. Everything's bigger and cooler in Texas. I'm here because I'm meeting with some of the members of the lead team for a new project where I'm going to share with you what it is. But right here, over to my right, there he is, Crypto Mike. So Crypto Mike, we're going to talk with him in just a little bit. But before, we're going to get some Texas food. Let's go. Hey guys, before we get going, I want to share two things. Number one, I'm not a financial advisor and you should never follow what I do or any other YouTuber. It's your hard-earned money. So do yourself a favor, do your own research, and then take responsibility for what you do with your own money. For me, I might be making a great decision by investing in this project, or I'm open to the idea that it might be a bad decision. I'm okay with both because this is risk capital for me. So I've done myself a favor. I went and actually visited with the lead team, at least one of the members, and heard and listened and asked the hard questions. And you're going to watch that interview it's probably like over an hour long. So grab some popcorn. But for me, it's important. If I throw my money in it, I want to ask all the questions on the front end. Hey, what's up, everybody? I can't believe I just got off a plane. I'm literally in Dallas, Texas, looking at the man himself, Crypto Mike. What's up?
What's up, man?
Crypto Mike is representing a lead team for a new protocol that I actually just invested in, called EMP.money. And I figured what I would do is document this whole journey, because we always say, do your own research. And I don't think there's any better way of doing research than sitting man to man across the table from one of the guys that heads up this project. And the more and more I'm in this DeFi space, you guys know it's Wild Wild West. And I think I'm becoming more skeptical when people don't put their faces behind their projects. You probably feel the same way. So hopefully this channel brings value to you today. If you consider, what I'm doing to be of any value, great. If you want to like the video, awesome. If you want to subscribe, great. We right now are going to do an overview of what EMP.money is. That's the project we're looking at. Why are we looking at this project? A couple of reasons. One, if you know anything about me, I got into crypto back 2017, and everybody begins their crypto journey by like buying Bitcoin and frickin' Ethereum. All right. And to this day, if you talk to anybody that knows anything about crypto, what do you think they're going to say about those two coins? What do you think, Mike? They're going to be around next year?
They're going up and to the right.
They're going up and to the right. And so the question is, so the only strategy in crypto is to buy those coins and hold them. No. And this is like, I'm learning, guys. And I'm like, no, that's not what the whales do. They either stake their coins, they leverage, they get in these DeFi projects. And anyways, so I find out doing some research online about this EMP.money, but I don't really know anybody that's in it yet. So I'm just like, maybe, I don't know. But it sticks around. And now you guys are 4 months old. This is being filmed in April, 4 months. And then one of the guys that covers most new DeFi projects, his name's James Pelton. He runs a YouTube channel. You probably heard of him. This project is one of his top 5 projects. And I know for a fact this guy's invested in over 70 plus projects. So it got my attention. So I reach out to Crypto Mike here, and I'm like, bro, would you entertain I've got this little YouTube channel. I want to document the journey. He's like, yeah, come on out. I'm like, that's amazing. So, because not too many, people on either lead devs or people on the team, they're not going to do this. But I kept asking him off camera, like we just got back from dinner. I'm like, bro, I do not want to entertain to my audience some crap coin and look like a tool. Like, I don't want to do that. I don't cover a ton of like, hey, I'm throwing this much money in this. I do gamble plays here and there, as you guys know, but like Drip is my baby, Animal Farm's my baby, put some money in Elephant. I mean, that's been crazy. So I'm like, first of all, I'm not investing in projects probably anymore unless someone shows me their face. I think you feel the same way. So this is what's great about EMP is I've been able to talk to some of the people on your lead team. Mike's right here. And before this interview, I said, is it cool if I ask you anything? So I've got some questions here. All that, it's a big setup here. Sorry, but
okay.
I just don't want people getting burnt. So
I'm an open book, man.
Your own book. Yeah. And you yourself, you've put your own money in this project, right?
I put my reputation, my money. I have been through sort of hell, if you will, with this project, sticking up for this project because it is a solid protocol. It's got a solid team, and I really find it hard to break away from people that are honest and true.
Yeah.
When it comes to crypto, I mean, it's hard to find.
And you guys, you might know, this is the Crypto Mike that did the AMA with Forex. That's how I first heard of him. I was like,
Love
oh,
Forex.
Forex doesn't do AMAs with just anybody. So I'm like, that's cool. But it doesn't mean that EMP.money is legit. So here I am asking, like, so can you, to my viewers, pretend like we're all in grade 7 and we don't really know anything about crypto.
Okay.
How would you explain? Because that's how I feel sometimes.
Sure,
like especially EMP.money. If you go to this website, you'll be like,
there's a lot
I'm closing this website now. It's too much.
Yeah, there's a lot going on.
Give me baked beans. Right?
Yeah.
12% a day. Don't ask
you
questions.
get what you pay for. Though.
Yeah.
You kind of get, so there's a lot going on here, but that's because there's a lot of innovation.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Again, I'm gonna nail this guy. Isn't this just a tomb fork?
Well, it started that way.
Okay.
Few code changes were made by our lead dev, Jake. He changed a few things with the overall supply of eShares, and we can kind of get into the dynamics of that.
Yeah.
But long story short, it kind of started that way, but we found out very quickly that we wanted to be something much more than Tomb, and we had the capacity to do so. And we had all these great ideas and a developer that can basically put those ideas into motion. And so after we launched, we saw that, this can be much bigger than what we originally intended. And so we instantly sort of started innovating, like literally week 2. We had a single stake EMP protocol where you just basically, we were removing TVL from basically what you see here, the 14 million, in order to single stake it, in order to bring us above peg that we'd never seen really done before. I think we were one of the first, if not the first, to do that. And it worked. We were above peg, and then
because he's talking gibberish when he says above peg. So let's do a quick walk through this website, 30,000 foot view. The way we have it set up here in a studio, it might look a little weird to you watching, but just bear with us. So the viewer, they can see this on screen.
Yes, yeah.
So where do you start? So welcome to EMP, the algo coin that follows Ethereum's price. What do you mean? If Ethereum tanks, does it mean this tanks? How does it work?
So essentially, just to kind of explain that, in the world of DeFi, you're just making up a token, right? You're just making up whatever it's called, Jonathan's token.
Yeah.
But without it being pegged to something that already has value, how do you give it that value? So like the dollar is a good example of an asset that's pegged. What is it pegged to? It's pegged to the economy, right? Yeah. And so
everybody wants a piece of America, and the dollar represents the strength of America, the military, all that crap.
Right.
Yeah.
So essentially in DeFi, that's why we call it the people's money, is because there are no centralized banks. You can earn the yield yourself by lending your money, by establishing liquidity in different protocols, right? By lending, or I should say granting the access to your money, right? And so Ethereum is the token, the asset that was chosen for EMP, which is a made up, we'll just call it made up
algo coin
asset, right? And it's pegged to the price of Ethereum to where 4,000 EMP tokens need to equal the value of one Ethereum. Whether Ethereum goes up or down, it needs to remain that peg. That's the point of it, is to have a value to start with, and that's the goal, is to remain pegged to Ethereum.
Okay. Yeah. And so how would someone, looking at this, get involved? Why would they invest here rather than just hold on to Ethereum in their MetaMask wallet?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm with you. I think Ethereum is going up and to the right, along with Bitcoin, a lot of other blue chips. But there are many ways you can make yield off of holding those blue chips, right? And so this is one way, and it is, I would say, a medium to high risk way of doing it. And the only reason I say that is because, look, even though I'm a part of the core team, it doesn't mean I realize there are risks. Now we've tried to eliminate risks by establishing ways to where you basically lock up the liquidity of your EMP. So it lessens the dump, if you will. But like basically, you want to hold in this type of protocol because you want to receive multiple streams of income. And so the way that it's set up, and I'll go ahead and share this on the screen, is that you can farm. And this is a great place where we show to start. By the way, first of all, let me just go back to the homepage. This is the only protocol that literally teaches the community through an academy that we have set up, where you can go and actually learn everything about it. And
Yeah, I thought that was a cool feature. You know,
Yeah.
if you take your time and you really want to learn, like they do have this academy on here.
Right.
You can kind of scroll through
Yeah.
that information.
And I want to say, it seems like a lot almost. If you don't know anything about this, you might be looking at it and going, Academy, I don't want to spend,
I don't want my master's degree in this.
Yeah.
I just want to go to the moon.
Right. But see, that's the thing, Jonathan, is that everyone wants it so easy. But when you kind of, those protocols that are super easy, usually they don't pan out. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And so
we've
I'm
all
not
seen
saying
that.
it has to be, but this allows you the capability of coming in here, you know, $14 million locked. We just hit that today.
Yeah, that's not bad. It's like, I don't know, 2.5 million per month, basically flowing in here.
Yeah.
How many users are joining every day?
All I know is that I see the emails for our EMP Academy, and it's like 50 plus people a day signing up. And
That's awesome.
Over half, what's awesome is that over half are completing more than 60% of the course.
Okay.
Which is pretty cool.
Cool. Okay, so let's say we
So-
do the course thing first,
Yeah.
and then you said people start in the farm.
Yeah, so this is sort of like, we've kind of made it easy. If you click these Zap buttons here, it'll create this pool. And what a pool is are two tokens, you know, kind of, you're pooling those two tokens together and you're providing liquidity with both of them 50-50. So if you're going to put $50 into EMP, you'll have $50 into Ethereum. And you're basically saying, okay, cool. Now what do you do with that, right? Now you come over to the farm and you'll drop it into the farm right here. And what it does is it produces at 0.5% daily, which is incredible because that's compounded. So if you know, for anybody that doesn't know, you pull out a compound calculator and you do 0.5% daily, that actually turns into a pretty massive number over time. And what you're printing are our other token, eShares.
Yeah.
Okay?
So this is where you, the viewer, go, okay, if I hold on to Ethereum, what is my APR on that over the next year? 0, right? Like, meaning
Right.
you're not making a
You're not
yield
making
off of
anything.
it.
Right.
And that's where welcome to DeFi. Oh, wait, I can hold coins and not just hold them, but I can make money by providing them as liquidity to these protocols and exchanges, and they'll pay me a little something something on the side just for lending it to them to have it be exposed to risk. It's like, yeah, but you got to pick the right protocols to lend your freaking money to.
Right.
And so this is a 186% APR. Is it like fixed on that 0.51%?
Yeah, so this will change over time depending on like elements of the protocol, how many people are in this specific farm, etc. But
Okay.
if you look at this, half of this pool is Ethereum. So let's say
We like that. We like that.
Which is nice because really your risk to your exposure is Ethereum. It's not all in one token. A lot, you know, that's kind of the risk here is that EMP maybe gets unpegged to Ethereum.
Okay.
And then the idea here is that as a community, we play this game, and it is a game at the end of the day, but it's a strategy. And if we all play this strategy right, you know, this is a protocol where everybody wins, which doesn't really exist, you know, in crypto. So meaning, you know, AJ is kind of like the spearhead of this project, and he could have developed anything you wanted with Jake. They chose to go the algorithmic, you know, it's called a seigniorage project. And essentially they chose this route because it's really one of the only projects where, you know, everybody gets a chance to win. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Other projects, somebody typically has to lose for somebody to win.
Okay.
And in this project, if we play the game right, so what's the game? So you print these eShares.
So eShares are the babies that you get from the mom and dad EMP and ETH right there,
That's
basically.
Right. That's right.
So you stake how do you get EMP ETH?
Yeah. So remember back here, I showed you that Zap, this Zap feature right here.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah, so we make it super easy. So you can actually do that in the farm. I just don't have it unlocked in this wallet.
So you don't have to go to some third party and create the actual LP liquidity.
But I do recommend that everybody learns how to do that just because, and it's in the academy, we teach how to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you'd zap it in, you can zap your BNB, you can zap your
So if I've got $1,000, first step, come here, click approve.
Yeah.
Then your MetaMask wallet comes up. It says, yeah, we're approving this. And then you would click zap, bam. Now you got $1,000 in this pool making 0.51% APR every day.
Yeah.
And then I'm earning these thing called eShares. What is that?
So basically eShares is a reward that you're getting. And what you can do is come over here to the other section called the boardroom.
Okay.
And what this part of the protocol allows you to do is basically stake your eShares. And this particular part of the protocol is designed to reward the community for being good actors. Now, what does that mean? That means that when EMP, 4,000 EMP equal 1 Ethereum, so that's PEG. That means that everyone's doing the right thing. They're not dumping EMP, right? 4,000 EMP equal 1 Ethereum.
Yeah.
And when we're above PEG, it shows right here. And by the way, we have a new UI coming out that is, you think we're different right now.
He did show me a couple screenshots and it looks freaking sick. So I'm excited for you guys.
It's going to put us over the top.
So
yeah. So essentially
when is PEG is 1.00?
It's actually 1.01.
So in order for me to make money, that little number needs to be anything over 1.01.
Correct. And you get this time frame. This is called an epoch. Okay.
A period of time. That's like what epoch means, right?
That's right. So these
that was like a rap term, but
yeah, it's epoch.
Yeah.
And so essentially,
Snoop Dogg. Sorry.
Yeah. So within this epoch, we have 3 hours and 40 minutes. So let's say we were below PEG right now. The community has a chance before that timer runs out to get above PEG.
And how do they get above PEG?
Well, that's a good question. So by buying or providing more liquidity to EMP.
Okay. And the reason they want to do that is so that they can enjoy that APR on their eShares.
Correct. So let's say you earn a bunch of EMP in here. You're like, well, I don't want to dump it, right? Because that's not what we want to, we don't want to dump EMP. How do you make money? Well, what we show is there's a sort of a 70-30 rule that we kind of show you in the academy. But the idea is that, look, the easiest thing you want to do is we have an easy button. I'll show you that in a second. But basically, the idea here is to go and build up your LP. Basically, take that EMP and instead of dumping it for profit, and that's going to be a quick buck, you're going to be in and out. You're not doing anything healthy for the protocol. We teach how to essentially take that and create more liquidity in your pool. Create more your LP, grow your LP.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of dumping the EMP, you're actually splitting it. You're buying Ethereum and you're putting it in here. And what that does is it shows this total value lock number just keeps going up. And the reason why it's going up, even if we had no new members, it would still go up because what people are doing is they're selling their not only their EMP for creating more liquidity pools, but they're also selling what they're getting in their farm. So remember back here, you're earning eShares, right? This right here is a volatile asset within the protocol, all right? Right now it's at $678. If you wanted to make money daily, this is an easy way. You could take a little EMP like profit, but we recommend this is the token that you sell for profit, right?
And that's the way you guys keep that like you're de-incentivizing people getting rid of the liquidity.
Especially EMP. Right?
Yeah, leave your EMP in here. It'll earn you some eShares, and the eShares is what you're gonna enjoy. Okay.
Right. And and that's not.
And then you're saying not only do you earn eShares, but you can make an APR off your frickin' eShares in the boardroom.
You can basically stake your eShare, right?
Yeah.
And when we're printing, it's at a high. I mean, look at this. That's nothing. We've been.
That's amazing.
This has been 5,000%.
Wow.
So the longer
and it pays that per epoch that you're above PEG.
So at the end of that epoch, as long as we're above PEG, everyone gets paid.
How long are these epochs for?
6 hours.
Oh, frick. So that's multiple times per day.
Yeah.
So 6 times 4 is 24. 4 times a day, you could be making, what is that percentage per day? I'm going to do the math, guys. Sorry. Do you know what it is off the top of your head?
Not off the top of my head.
Yeah, because it changes, you said.
Yeah, it does change.
So let's say that divided by 365, it's 3.2%. That's pretty good. Every 6 hours?
Yeah, so basically, you're rewarded and you're able to claim, but these claim buttons have timers on them, and so when you claim, you got to kind of wait a little while. So that'll show up once your wallet's connected. I don't have a wallet connected. I probably should, but essentially,
how much of your own money did you put in this sucker? Can you disclose that? I'm putting them on the spot.
Sure.
Did you put your
I
own
put a
money
lot
in
of
it?
money into it. Yeah, and I bought bonds.
Because I'm about to put my own freaking hard
yeah,
money in
man.
this.
So I started out with 40,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and
See,
I was
you got a
one of-
little bit more than me. Okay, relax.
I was one of the original team members, and
Okay.
and started with the select team members, and
So, and that's true of any protocol, right? If you're one of the original team members, or you're in early, or you're part of a DAO.
Yeah.
I mean, even Forex Shark has a Breep DAO. I mean,
Yeah.
he gives those guys advantage because you're taking the ultimate risk. If this thing sucks, there goes your money. Like
Yeah.
you invested a
right.
ton of money
Yeah.
in, you were telling me over dinner with Pulse X.
Yeah.
It's called a sacrifice.
Right.
With no expectation of return. So Mike here has been in the crypto game longer than me. He's built bags that he can take larger risks. So don't feel bad if you're like, man, I'm watching this video with only $1,000. You probably started with $1,000.
So that's the beauty of this is compound interest will blow your mind.
Yes.
I believe it's Albert Einstein who said it was the eighth wonder of the world.
We don't need to give credit to any dead people. Just they won't hear this.
Sure.
They're not watching this video.
Sure.
But no, I agree. And that's like, I keep sharing on my journey. I made my money. Dude, I had a paper route. I worked in a pizza place. We found out we both worked in pizza places for a couple of years.
That's crazy, yeah.
He picked me up in his car, actually.
That was
We
weird.
drive the exact same car.
Yeah. I can't explain it. But no, I just think like the synergy, I've spent my own money on this because that synergy was there with AJ.
Yeah.
I mean, you met AJ.
He's freaking the nicest
the
guy
real
I've met
deal.
in crypto.
Yeah, he's the real deal, man.
He's
and,
real.
And real recognizes real.
He ain't gonna rug me. That's how I felt. I was like,
right.
this guy, he's not out to
Yeah.
rug people.
Right.
And by the way, like, you go back to your home screen.
Yeah.
I see you got like Rug Doc, and I love like,
Correct.
okay, you did all this Rug Doc,
X-Guard.
but
Yeah.
we know as a community, and I've told Mike, like, it don't mean nothing anymore.
No.
All Rug Doc does is basically make sure the devs can't rug you. And I mean, I'm with the dev. You guys want to know his address?
Well, I'm
You
not
wanna,
the
like,
dev.
because
I'm
I
not
mean,
the- but yeah,
you know what I mean.
you're with
But
the team, yeah.
you know the team. I've talked with them. Like,
Yeah.
that's not what this is about. I'm far beyond. Like, I'm worried
Right.
you guys are going to steal my money. I'm investing in the mechanics of this protocol.
Yeah.
Will it work?
Right.
Do you have a community that's building, that is learning? Because
Right.
this is way more complicated than your baked beans. Link in the description of the video. No, just kidding. Referral.
Like, really, bro?
I'm just kidding. No. But this is like a very serious protocol when I looked at, because think about it. Remember James Pelton, one of the lead guys kind of in the space with YouTube? Like, you don't make it one of your top 5 protocols out of how many projects have come out recently.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it was worth me getting on a freaking plane, coming here, trying to avoid all COVID bugs just to get an interview here.
Yeah.
So back to this.
Yeah,
all,
and
all
by
that
the
to
way-
say, like, Rug Doc, Oxguard,
Yeah.
you guys did your audits, but like, I don't put a lot of weight into them.
Yeah. And it didn't really mean a whole lot in the
Okay.
beginning because we were a fork of Tomb. Tomb has been audited.
So it's like you're leveraging the audits.
Yeah, sort of, but we changed what we changed was mainly the, and I don't know I'm not the dev, man, but
Yeah.
to be honest with you, I know there were a few changes with supply, especially with eShare, but
What about the timer function?
yeah, so all that was the same.
Okay.
But I do want to mention, I've only told you one little way,
Well, let's go.
really two, right? That you can make money.
These people don't have all day. Let's
right,
go.
Right. So what we did shortly after, I don't know, maybe it was a month and a half. No, maybe it was like 2.5 months actually. So the detonator is about a month and a half old. So we're a 4-month-old project. We decided to come out with a single stake. I'm sorry, not a single staking, a glorified ROI contract,
Okay.
similar to a lot of what.
We like that in the
Yeah.
drip community,
Right.
like the
and
drip
and
faucet.
by the way, you know me, I'm a dripper.
Yes.
I bought drip at $3, man. So,
Yep.
and
Dislike this video right now. That
hey, look,
makes
there
me
were
mad.
guys that got in at the start. There were YouTubers, my old partner, and he's a badass when it comes to finding projects like Drip. I mean, he just is. And
Yeah.
so,
That's awesome.
He got me in early, and I appreciate him for that. And, so Drip has been a great community because as we're growing, they're finding other utilities for it, right? They're finding other places to put that money. So long story short is we sort of, this is a Frankenstein, if you will, of a few different projects,
Yeah.
okay, that were kind of put together to create the detonator. And it's a glorified ROI staking contract, but the only difference is, and this is what I like to show first, is that it's a pool. And it's a pool with, first of all, one of my favorite blue chips Ethereum, right?
Yeah.
And then the underlying asset,
The native token.
native is EMP, and that's where the risk comes into play. And I want to address that because, again, what if it comes on peg and all this? Well, that's why you educate your community. In fact, AJ, I was just talking to him earlier, and what did he say on the phone? You heard him. 80%. He was just saying that basically, when it comes to the boardroom, I believe he was saying 80% of E-shares are locked in the boardroom. So that just shows you, like, people aren't dumping. They're actually having faith. They have a lot of faith in this protocol.
So
they're learning how to play the game. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's different, like, talk to them about this
Oh,
top
I gotta
prize,
show you,
the lottery. Like,
Yeah.
guys, basically you're looking at, like, you create your farm. Let's say you create an LP. He's saying you're not staking drip here. You're not staking EMP here. You're
Right.
staking an LP.
Right.
That's unique, right? So if you stake an LP and one of them is Ethereum, that's cool because you're staking something that has the potential of growing along with EMP. And you get paid out 1% daily. But there's these added features to the faucet or to the detonator. And you can earn back 365%. But talk to them about the timer, the prize, and all this stuff.
So there's a daily lottery.
A daily lottery.
A daily lottery. Yeah.
What does that mean?
Okay, so essentially,
I like lotteries. I've never won it.
Yep. So basically, right? Yeah, it's a free money. It is, and it's amazing. So we're at $29,000.
By the way, this is just fake money, guys. This is not like my paycheck here.
Prop money.
Prop money.
Just for this interview, right?
Yeah, we put it here to make sure people knew that we were legit.
Yeah, of course.
Because you're only legit if you show your wads of money on the internet.
So basically, 29,000 is the daily lottery, the largest depositor of the day. Okay, there's a timer, and I'll show you that in a second.
This thing is sexy, guys. Listen to this.
Wins that. Okay, goes towards their deposits.
What was the largest deposit today? Does it show, or do you need a wallet connected?
No, I no.
Top deposit prize.
My eyes are really bad right now.
What does that say? Top deposit prize 291.
Yeah. So where this one right here. This is the lottery. That's where we're at today.
So someone deposited $29,492.
So essentially,
or that's the prize.
That's the prize.
That's the prize money.
I'm sorry. Let me zoom in here. Oh no, I'm sorry. No, this is the lottery prize. I'm sorry, which is 291 LP, and this is the top prize winner. Yes.
Yeah, I love that you zoomed in. Okay, leave that back.
Should have just looked over here.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yep. So you got it right.
So you can win two ways.
Yeah.
You can come in here and drop your bag.
Yep.
And probably
you have to snipe it.
Cheat code. I'd be depositing when that countdown hits
10 seconds.
10 seconds.
15 seconds.
And you see, like, if I became the top depositor on that day, I would win $29,000 of value.
Correct.
That's incredible. That's incredible.
And what's nice about that, it's really important, Jonathan, is that that's not able for you to just cash out. And that
would hurt the protocol.
Right. So
we'd be draining the system.
Right. But it goes towards your deposits. So you get that, and you actually get 365 on it.
Okay, so it sits in the faucet basically, like drip.
Correct.
Okay, and then
it would go here. Yeah.
And so let's say I don't have whatever the top deposit, I never win that, but I still own the LP. So can I still randomly win?
Yes, because there's two winners every day: the largest depositor and then the random winner, or just random.
So I have 365 chances. Every year.
So what's crazy is that correct.
Now, what if I win once?
I know a guy who won twice.
He won twice,
and he had less than like $500 in the thing.
Now, can it be rigged where like the developers are the ones winning this?
Nope.
Okay.
No. It's completely random.
Have you ever won it yet?
I haven't won it.
See, then it's not rigged.
Let's
talk to AJ. We'll make sure you start winning.
Yeah, right.
Put your whole reputation on the line. Okay, so that's part of these features too, which I really thought was cool. Because at first I was like, man, aren't you guys? Because they're draining the system $30,000, $60,000 a day, but you're not.
No, because we're actually, and there's so many more deposits. That's just the main.
Yeah, explain that to them. Like, why would this be a good feature for the protocol? Why?
Well, it's attracting money. Essentially, it's a money magnet. Mm-hmm. So basically, who doesn't want to win the lottery, right? Everyone wants to win it. So it's how much are you willing to risk, right, to do that? And so that's sort of the largest deposit. It's a battle of the whales.
And if you lose the lottery, oh no, your money is now what?
Yeah, 365, right?
You're now going to make 3.65x on your LP pair.
Yeah, correct.
Of Ethereum EMP.
Yeah. So right now we have 20 hours, 27 minutes. And also, we've made it to where, if you don't compound or claim, when that timer runs out, it just rolls into the next day. You don't lose it. You don't lose it. It just extends your time.
This is why you were ticked about dinner tonight.
This is why I was ticked about it, because you compounded with your computer out there, and then I missed it. Yes.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
He missed compounding, so it cost him. But you by missing compounding becomes a gift to the community.
That's
right?
Correct. That's exactly right.
Because you aren't. Does it burn it or
no? It just prolongs it. It rolls it over to the next day. It doesn't auto compound it back into your deposits.
Okay. Yep. I want to ask about. So that's basically how you play this game. It shows the winners' addresses, so you can check those.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to talk about? Like, what are the nodes, Bond? Maybe touch on those quickly.
We'll get into those as well. I just want to say, I mentioned earlier that the underlying asset was EMP, and that's your exposure, right? So I just want to mention that, with all these single staking asset projects, the high ROIs, and yes, the drips, right? They're, in my opinion, and this is just me, but in my opinion, those are much riskier in a sense that they have to onboard a significant amount of more daily users because you're really holding drip because you want to see a 20x in the price with your LP or with your drip tokens in the faucet, right? Because
you're only staking. You're staking a reflection token, drip.
Well,
or like a native, like it's not a blue chip token.
It's not a blue chip. And so what I'm saying is by having the LP, right? And we actually pay, but we pay out in the LP.
Ooh, so I'm making Ethereum.
Exactly. So and it's
which is always going to be worth something, if not a little something more next year. Yeah,
and it's protecting the price of EMP by not just giving you a bunch of EMP. So I thought that was just important to add.
Yeah, well, it's like, do you want to stake? Yeah. Okay.
Makes sense. If you want to talk about nodes a little bit, we can go into
everybody.
Nodes, so.
More nodes. This is what you live for. Is learning about node projects. So talk about nodes because everybody's sick of that word. But why is this? Right? What is this all about?
Well, it's another, we'll call it a glorified ROI contract.
There we go.
So, all right, it's another one of those, but it just protects the price of EMP. So it's another way to lock up EMP. And the reward is, yes, you make more, but we are teaching the community that as you make that, yes, take a little profit. We're never said don't take profit. Anyone telling you not to take profit, dude, don't listen to them, right? But what do you do if you want to grow your LP and take more? Like the idea, Jonathan, is that you want steady daily gains.
That's what these protocols are designed for.
That's what this is designed for.
It's delayed gratification.
That is exactly
These are not Mooncoin shots. If you guys want to go play Mooncoins, watch another channel. I'm interested in investing in like 10 of these suckers that pay me, that basically drip, if I can use that word, drip me a little bit of ROI every day. Because if I get $100 from one and then $100 from the second, all of a sudden I'm in 10 projects. They make me $100 a day. I'm at $1,000 a day. That's $30,000 in passive income. Now I can quit my job at Taco Bell. They don't know that that's where I work full time.
Man, I love Taco Bell. But so looking here, if you see the price of eShare, right, $674 just for your moonshot out there, your moon boys, all that stuff, right?
Yeah, come on, give us that alpha.
So the alpha, man, is that's hilarious. Tomb got up to $18,000 for T-shares. So in the early days, like this is so early, 14 million is nothing, man. It's a micro cap. So, $674, you could still moon. We could see multiple X's on eShare, no problem.
Yeah. Cause you're only people are like, I missed the beginning. I missed the end. Talk to that person who's like, Jonathan, this project isn't even new. Like, didn't you hear about this brand new project that just popped up? I get DMs all the time. Like this one's new, this one new. And I'm like, I don't always fall for new. It's like Apple isn't always the first movers. I like to just sit on the sidelines. Who's this team? Can they raise money? What's the community like? How do they communicate? That's the DYOR that we talk about. And I'm just seeing the steady rise, right? Like 14 million.
We
Isn't
just hit that today.
Freaking guys, I'm just saying, he just said they hit it today. You've never hit it that before?
Never, no.
Okay, he's not making that crap up. So this project isn't dying, douchebags. So you have to, I'm just saying, don't be biased. I don't care who, Mike, we can be friends. It doesn't mean I need to be an investor, but I like investing in things that are growing and winning. And this obviously is winning, meaning you're getting new users. Yeah. They're bringing their money. And I have a feeling that feature of like, where you're trying to beat someone by dropping in your big bag.
Right.
People want to win $30,000. Like, that to me is smart. I would love if Drip did that, but you know, I can't. I don't want to give advice to Mr. Forex. He knows what he's doing.
Now, Forex is a man.
Yeah, he is. But anyways, I just think that feature is very important, and I think he picked up on that with the scratch tickets because he knows the lottery psychology of humans.
Yeah.
But this node, so you make 0.86%. So why wouldn't I put my money in this compared to the 0.51%?
So it's good to be a little bit, we teach to just spread it out.
Spread all that.
Spread the love. Yeah, there's no sense in you just going off of an APR because APRs change, man.
All right. So you might go all heavy. APRs do change. Okay.
Yeah, so they change. Now, they're pretty steady in the range that you've seen. Just from what I
this is live right now, right?
Yeah, this is live.
This isn't screenshots.
No, this is live.
That's healthy. That looks really good to me.
Yeah,
because my bank pays me 0.86% per year. So,
right.
So I should come here, lock it up. Now, if I lock up my money in this node, is it gone forever?
No, you're just going to earn your daily. Okay, you're going to earn your daily until you're fully paid out.
And
so, like,
once I'm paid out, it's done.
You can re-up. You can get more. You can get more nodes and whatnot. And we have another function that we're adding. I don't know if this is too early to say this, but I guess
alpha.
So we are going to have sort of like a borrowing, lending sort of protocol. In fact, it would be better if I
can double my bags.
It'd be better if I wait for AJ to talk about this, but I know he had mentioned it earlier.
Do you think if you called him, I could ask him a question?
You want me to call him? Dude, this guy, he's up at all hours. Okay, hold on. I'll call him right now.
Honestly, that would be amazing. So AJ, he's more like the coding mastermind?
No, AJ is the spearhead of this project. Him and Jake is sort of the mastermind coder. He'll code any idea you have.
I want to actually talk with AJ about security, given the events that we saw from Elephant, Bank Teller.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I got a lot of love for I guess I got a lot of love for bank tellers as well. I mean, back in November, he was in our VIP group and I met him and
the community wants to get involved in Days of Our Lives drama of like, did you hear what he said? We're adults.
Let me call AJ.
You know what? If you actually listen to them, they're like, yeah, we kind of talk a little bit like more than we actually don't like each other. And I thought that was cool because I want to teach people how to be kind and love one another and get over our
crypto is we're all in this together, man.
We're in this together.
And we're so early.
Yeah. When we want Elephant to win, we want freaking Drip to win, we want Animal Farm to win.
Hello?
Oh my gosh. Hey, AJ, it's Jonathan from Drip Farm Channel.
What's up, guys? How are you?
I'm sorry to bombard you, man, but you're live on the AMA right now. We wanted to get you on the line. Jonathan wanted to talk. Do you have a second?
Yeah, no doubt, guys. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. Coming through great.
So AJ, I'm asking Mike a bunch of questions. He's in the hot seat, but I wanted to ask you, like, given the events that we saw recently with Elephant and the exploit that occurred, not because their code got broken into, but because the code itself allowed for this exploit to take place, how can I be confident investing my money in this protocol and not fear that, things are going good 20, 30 days in and all of a sudden all my money's gone? What can you say to me and thousands of people that are watching this asking and wondering the same thing? Because we're all ticked. We're sick of this crap.
For sure.
And we don't want to waste our money in any more stupid protocols that don't do their due diligence.
All right.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think, when you start a crypto project, you have to be willing to, die on the sword, so to speak, and be responsible for the code that you put out. So, yeah, I mean, it is the wild, wild west. I mean, crypto is the wild, wild west. But we've done everything in our power to prevent any exploits. Again, to be specific, the code that we actually forked from Tomb, they had a major exploit around their tax system. And again, we learned from that. We forked that out completely from the code, so there is no tax system. We are not an RFI token. We have very, straightforward economics as far as how the token actually operates. And there's a lot of things in place with Seigniorage protocols, which, again, that's the fancy word for controlled inflation that the protocol is based on. But, I mean, because we have a boardroom that prints EMP and you can't just mint new EMP, it has to go through that boardroom, and the boardroom is locked up. In other words, every 6 hours is an epoch, and you have to have actual e-shares, which is our share token, in that boardroom, within those 6 hour windows. So there's really very, very little attack vectors that can even happen with our code.
What
again,
about
yeah, go ahead.
sorry, AJ, this is awesome, and I love
Yeah, go ahead.
that you're just being straightforward with us. What about this flash loan exploit that's become popularized with what we saw with Elephant? Can that happen with this?
So the way flash loans work, it's a way to, again, borrow an immense amount of money in a short amount of time and throw off basically, how those tokens are valued. And again, back to my point of the way our token operates, you're not able to mint new tokens. So the only way to mint new tokens is through a boardroom, and because that is dependent on actually buying a secondary token, which is our share token, the flash loan doesn't really apply to that concept. So the worst thing that can happen to us, again, because I'm all about transparency, is the same thing that happened to Tomb because of the tax issue, where essentially there was a run on the bank. And what that means is, and we saw it a little bit with Elephant. And again, I mean, I'm not here to throw shade. It's just how the economics work. But once there's a major drop, then there's a lot of panic selling that follows behind that. And that's really what can crush a project. But we're well prepared for that. So again, our community is educated. We have a treasury that we've been able to build over the last few months. Again, that's Select 6. All of the founding members have personal bags that, again, if for whatever reason there was a big whale that decided to dump, or a coordinated effort to dump EMP to trigger a run on the bank, so to speak, we would be there and ready to buy the token back and keep things on track. So again, I mean, we're, as far as vulnerabilities and the way that the code actually works, in my eyes, we're one of the safest protocols out there.
Yeah, and you're one of the few that are playing off of Ethereum. And I think a lot of our listeners are sitting on a bag of Ethereum, and they're just like, they're wondering, what do I do? Do I hold? Do I try putting maybe a quarter or a half of my bag into EMP.money? I know that's what I plan on doing, is putting, I'm not putting all my Ethereum in this, but I probably put half my Ethereum in this. Wow. And that's like super important to me, is talking about security. I have full trust in the lead team, you guys. I mean, this is awesome. I know you're not rugging us, but it's now about exploits. It's about a dev team that might know about something and they don't expose it. And but I love that you said, like, yeah, well, this is why this is a Tomb fork, and with forks comes a little bit of safety in the sense that they do all their due diligence. They do, and like you said, something that happened to them, you were able to fix in EMP money. So that's reassuring. My other concern with your project, and then we'll let you go. This is awesome. I'm throwing this out there because I bet you someone is watching going, haven't these idiots heard of Pulse Chain and Pulse X, and how that is going to be an Ethereum killer? Or they might say Pulse X Pulse chain is Ethereum 2.0. We don't even need it. This is where the money's going. Ethereum is going to die if, like, what do you say to that? I personally don't. I think that's dumbest thing ever, because I look at stocks. They have like ETFs and Bitcoin, Ethereum. Like, Ethereum's probably going to be around for a really, really long time. It's people hate the gas fees, whatever. But in all saying that, like, it seems like the month of May, June 2022, there's going to be some new news with Pulse coming out and changes in Ethereum we're anticipating. Is this bullish for EMP money, or does this stay awake at night?
I'll let him.
Yeah, no, bro. I mean, I'm bullish on everything we're doing. So let me go back and answer a little bit of what you said, and then we can jump into cross-chain stuff. So again, we are pegged to Ethereum, and what that does is it gives you the confidence and the liquidity of Ethereum, but it also allows for appreciation. So, you know, Bitcoin is the king, but, you know, the chances of Bitcoin doubling are a lot less than Ethereum doubling, especially as we go into a summer bull run, hopefully. So that was really important to us. And we're not collateralized to, like, you know, another made-up token or some other, you know, like stable pair. I mean, it's real Ethereum. I mean, it's the BEP20 version, but, you know, Binance guarantees, you know, that Ethereum. So
yeah, this is on the Binance chain.
Super bullish for that. And the argument of ETH 2.0, you know, and you know, being an issue. So what I think is going to happen is I think ETH 2.0 is really going to just destroy all the other layer twos. You know, I think that again, these Phantom and, you know, AVAX, I mean, they've kind of built their own ecosystems, but you know, that is and Pulse X. Again, they go into that category. So ETH will always be its own thing, but I think Pulse will basically destroy all the other layer twos.
Wow, like so, AVAX, Phantom,
I think it's more. Yeah, I think it's more of an issue for those guys with Pulse than Ethereum itself. And we do have full plans on, you know, doing either a sister project or a full-on bridge to Pulse. Because really, we have the community already.
Wait, time out. This is some breaking news. Alpha in the building. Wait, what does this mean?
Here we go.
So listen, if you are on Pulse and you're bullish on Pulse X, both Mike and I disclosed we have sacrificed to Pulse X.
A lot.
This guy, I don't even want to say how much he's done. But the guys, this is going to take over the news probably in the month of May. I predict like everyone he's going to talk about, Hex, Pulse Chain, Richard Heart, blah, blah. It's coming. Watch the wave, okay? So to front run it, you want to have a bag of Ethereum. You're saying, AJ, and you're saying EMP Money is going to follow in on that train and make sure you guys are ready so that this game can also be played on Pulse Chain?
Absolutely. So again, the original thought was that we would just fork the UI and have basically EMP on Pulse. But after the more research we've done and again talking with the internal team, I think what the plan is that we actually are going to launch a sister token on Pulse that is pegged to Pulse, just like we'd be pegged to Ethereum. And a portion of our profits from that new protocol will go back and feed the EMP mothership.
Dude, that gives EMP utility.
Yeah, good.
Yeah,
more.
Yes.
It's like, oh, now I want to own more EMP.
Yeah, for sure. No, exactly. I mean, it's
so you're saying they actually can support one another rather than just doing a duplicate project. Yeah. You're saying one could feed the other. That's interesting.
Yes, and it's a synergy. I mean, just like you would want to be in, you know, multiple projects. You know, you never figure all your eggs in one basket. Why not be in projects, you know, that are vetted by us, and that at the end of the day pump each other and help your back.
Yeah, it's like what
as we grow.
So. I'll give credit. There's a guy in our Telegram group. He's a guy who's head architect of a metaverse called City of Atlantis, and he is creating this with Forex's blessing because part of their ecosystem is going to support the price of drip. So you're saying in the same way, this Pulse Chain sister project is going to support this mothership. So before you guys get going on that, now might be a good time to invest and build up your bag of EMP.
Absolutely. And again, I don't know if you guys have gone over the Academy and all the videos that we have, but there's a specific video in there on our roadmap, and you know, we have every intention of doing you know, a simplified version of a launch pad. So again, when we launch sister projects on other chains, EMP and E shareholders will get first dibs on, you know, getting into Genesis or, you know, basically whitelisting into these new projects. So it adds value to the mothership, and the profits that are generated from those ecosystems will always be coming back and feeding the price of EMP.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's beautiful, because you want to, it's a way of rewarding those that came in early to your project. And I think the longer your project is successful and healthy and drama free, which congratulations on being 4 months and hitting your all-time high 14 mil today. Like, I think the longer you go, I mean, Drip is a 1 year old basically this week. And hearing about this dev team creating another project, you know, people are going to want to be a part of that. And you're saying, yeah, they're going to want to be a part of it, but guess who gets to be a part of it? It's the people that already own EMP.
Exactly, the ones that are there. And
could you do something where like it's locked in a date? Could you do it where it's like you snapshot people who own EMP on certain date, so it's not like they buy it the day before?
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the day before works too. It helps the protocol, but
yeah, we would have a way of determining that. I mean, it would probably be based on, you know, how much e-share you've had in the boardroom or your LPs that you own.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's
like do layers.
Just to look on chain and have a window of who's involved. But again, I mean,
think
this is
that's how Richard Hart did his
months away. We don't know when Pulse is going to launch, but I mean, yeah, we'd be plenty of time to accumulate.
Yeah. Well, that's cool, man. Well, is there anything else you want to say to the community? At least my community. My community is, you know, they're in Drip, Animal Farm. They're in a lot of things, even things I'm learning about. But they're in the DeFi space. Why should they take another second look at EMP money? It's not the new sexy thing. Haven't you heard of baked beans, my friend? No, we're making fun here,
bro.
But like, why EMP money, man? Sure. There's a million opportunities to invest my money. Why do I got to put it here?
So yeah, no doubt. I mean, we're OG veterans. I mean, we've been around the block. Again, Mike and I are OG drippers. I mean, that whole ecosystem, nothing but love for Forex. We had a major come up on that. And again, we've been in this community, and the whole idea of launching this project was to launch a project that literally all of us can win. And I know that sounds insane, but the way these seniors projects work, you're not relying on somebody buying a token at a higher price to profit. So you're making your money on the APRs and the controlled inflation of EMP, to where, again, as long as you're a good actor and you're in the right pools and you're allocating the proper way, which we go over in the academy and in our community, then literally we can all win. I mean, we've been overpaid now for like going on 11 days, which is, you know, really, really bullish for these seniors projects. So yeah, I mean, awesome. we wanted to create a project that everybody can succeed, and we've been doing it. I mean, again, all the community so far, the ones that have been around, you know, we're building. And that was one thing I want to say a minute ago was the value in the community is where it's at. I mean, and that's what will make, when we do go to Pulse, the community is already built in.
Amen.
I mean, we have educated people, some of the smartest people
we got to start marketing a brand new project.
Are in our community, and they're ready to roll.
Okay.
On their chain.
Yeah, and I was going to tell our community. So, guys, part of what I do when I say do your own research, for me, one of that components is look at their community. Did they buy a bunch of Telegram followers? What does the activity look like? Do they even have a freaking? Do you guys have a Discord?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. It's becoming a requirement. Hey, Drip, Animal Farm, Discord. When Discord? I think they've gotten the queue. I bet you they're going to launch a Discord soon. They have to, because Telegram sucks. We all know it. So you've got
It's
to.
good for what it's good for certain
Yeah.
aspects, but it's
But for
horrible
professional
organization. And
Yeah, if you're going to be
professional,
pro, get a freaking Discord. And I know that because I run a 3,500 member Discord, and it's like,
yeah.
what the? Everyone has an opinion, and it's single file. Anyways,
Yeah.
so, how often do the six of you guys that represent the lead team on this? How often are you communicating with your community? Like, how do you keep momentum strong?
Yeah.
Every
So
day.
again, man, we come from an investor mindset of what did we want to see in other projects? Well, how about transparency? How about daily AMAs? So Mike and I and the rest of the team, I mean, we are literally doing daily AMAs. So it revolves around the detonator rollover and the giveaway with the lottery tickets. So it's a party, man. We jump on the AMA.
Yeah.
We do the rollover.
Well, at dinner,
we give away literally 60 grand every single day in today's prices. And
I love that.
And yeah, I mean, we celebrate. And then after that, we do an hour of questions. And yeah, I mean, our
hey,
focus is
in the comments, AJ.
and teaching.
AJ, I'm going to ask my community to do something for me. Hey guys, in the comments, please write down the other project that you know of that does that. Just put it in the comments real quick. No, seriously, just do it. Let me know. And now you kind of know why I flew all the way out to Texas. Is I've never seen this type of transparency. It's awesome and it's refreshing. This is the way DeFi needs to move going forward. And I don't know who the new auditing company is that we can all look to, but like that's something. But again, you have a little safety with Tomb, the big boys that went in, then they, whatever. We don't need to get back into that. But I will say, yeah, tonight at dinner when Mike's like, hey, just hold on a second. And he breaks and he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? And like, I'm talking to my community and we're celebrating the wins. And it's like, he's like, dude, congrats everybody. All time high, 14 million. And I'm like, I just want to be part of communities like that. That's super healthy. Yeah. Nobody's trashing each other. And then I listen to the type of people that were in your community and they seem like they're like smart investor type people. Yeah. They're not like, when moon boys, like you don't put up with kind of dumb people in your, like it's people that have a bag and
they get called out pretty quick.
Yeah, they're serious investors, and that's like,
well, you know what it is, Jonathan.
My followers are like that. They're just like, they're not kids. Like, hey, did you hear what Forex said? Like, who cares? Grow up. I'm here to make money, aren't you? Or do you want to go watch Days of Our Lives if you want drama? I'm done with drama. I just want transparency. I want community and leaders like you, Mike, AJ, that are like, yeah, we talk, and no question is off bounds.
For sure.
We need this in DeFi. And so seriously, thank you, AJ, for taking your time. Even now, I don't know what time it is where you're at, but like, jumping on a quick call like this, it means the world.
It's a late night, but no, I mean, again, this is what it's all about. And that's what helps drive me is the community and what we've built and what we're going to continue to build. I mean, it's really, the goal is to create one of the most incredible projects in DeFi with exposure to Ethereum. I mean, again, I don't know, Mike went over it earlier, but the goal is to have EMP, and again, based on not only the code, but the liquidity. I mean, we just broke $8 million in liquidity. EMP is fractionalized Ethereum. So just like Satoshi is to, Bitcoin, EMP could be to Ethereum itself. So the idea is that, again, we grow the ecosystem and, compete on even a much larger network than Phantom and Tomb, on BSC, where we could hit 100 million to a billion TVL easily, especially with what we have on the roadmap.
So you guys think you think you could reach 100 million in TVL?
Oh, easily, brother. I think we're a billion. With a B, 1 billion TVL.
Well,
because what we're going to do...
See, I just go, he's biased. This is his baby.
Are you biased, AJ?
I just write you off as being a biased dev, of course.
Being biased.
Being biased.
Which you are.
No, for sure. Well,
but I mean, that's the truth. But you are...
Yeah, like this is his,
You're saying something, but listen to what he's saying.
All right, go ahead. Sorry, AJ.
Yeah.
I'm like 5,
what
sorry.
we do is once we get stabilized and again are over... a $10 million liquidity, we have plenty of liquidity to support what we're doing. Then we transition into collateralization. And I don't mean collateralization by, pairing our token to
That's what I was saying.
another token that may or may not have value. Actually being able to borrow against your LP position. So again, the idea is that you build up your EMP ETH LP, and then now you're able to borrow against that. So it's very bullish for tax purposes. And not only that, but it allows you to either take profit or hyper compound without ever having to sell the native assets. And once that is in place, then that's when you go from, like I said, 10 million TVL to 100 million TVL to
You
even
have
a
to take it
billion
out and
TVL.
borrowing against it,
Right.
but it's still in there.
Yeah. That's exciting, man. It's just, I feel like we're such early days still. So AJ, I appreciate your time. Thank you for speaking to my community and being so transparent and being one of the good guys in this space. And I'm going to send you my seed phrase to my MetaMask wallet like you asked for
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
and deposit all my money in your checking account.
Yeah, no, and Jonathan, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, always being there to, again, ask the hard questions and lead your community. I know, I just said to you personally, it's like, whenever I talk to you, I feel like there's no screen in between us. It's like, we're homeboys just talking about it.
Yeah.
So again, I appreciate you and your community, and I really look forward to having you guys all involved. And we're excited for what the future holds.
All right. Well, look forward to joining those daily conversations, man. Thank you.
All right, brother. You got it. All right, guys.
See you, AJ.
See ya. Do
All
it.
right, you
So those happen in the Telegram community? Is that where
Yeah.
you guys are doing the live?
Every day, yeah.
Yeah. So guys, join
And
their
we have,
Telegram. See if
YouTube.
they're legit. Just join. You don't have to invest today if you don't want. You're skeptical. It's fine.
Yeah.
I know. For me, I am going to invest. Because again, I'm sitting on a bag of Ethereum, as one should. The question, like, if you don't have Ethereum, what the frick? Like, you own Bitcoin and Ethereum, and then you move into. Well, first you try moonshot plays, then you get burnt.
Then you get burnt.
And then you
get
move
rugged.
into.
You get rugged.
Then you move into.
Then you answer customer service.
Then you do some DeFi plays. Then you find Drip, right? Drip, and then Animal Farm, and you're like, okay, I like that because Forex Shark's freaking the man. And then you look around, you're like, how do I play my Ethereum? And you're like, oh, EMP Money. Yeah, but I bet you that dev team sucks. And you're like, oh, let's talk to them. Oh, they actually will take anyone's phone call. And I love that. But then I'm like, yeah, it doesn't mean that the mechanics are good and the protocol. Well, let's talk about the mechanics. And you go, oh, it's a Tomb Fork. Oh, did Tomb Fork put any money into their audits, into their codes? Do they have any good developers? Yep. They're huge. They're amazing. Okay. But did they ever have issues? Yes. Did you guys listen to those issues and change the stuff in EMP Money?
Yep.
You did. Okay, cool. Where are you guys at today? Are you growing? Is this thing flatline? Nope. Today's a brand new, like literally today, right?
Up and to the right.
So I just love this crap. This is called DYOR. Nothing is without its risk. Listen, if you listen to a YouTuber and they say this project is the best, it's going to the moon, no risk. Sorry, this isn't. That we do. Are you FDIC insured on your Bitcoin or on like? It's still it's risky. So risk capital. If you want to play the game, this is how I'm playing Ethereum. But Mike, any closing words? I mean, I just appreciate AJ your time. I know we've taken a lot of it, but. Yeah, I mean,
reach out to the community if you guys have any questions. You're coming into something you may not know, and don't let that scare you. Let that be exciting. When I first was introduced to these type of algorithmic projects, I mean, I was like trying to soak it all in. And to be honest with you, it was kind of over my head when Tomb launched. I put $300 in the boardroom, Jonathan. I forgot about it.
in Tomb?
In Tomb. It reached $1 billion market cap. I mean, TVL, right?
Uh-huh.
Took off. T shares were like $18,000 at one point. A few weeks ago, I'm not sure where T shares exactly were, but I cashed out $22,000.
From how much?
And that was 10 months ago, from $300 that I forgot. I know that seems dumb, but I forgot that I had left
beautiful,
it in there.
man.
It's crazy. And I called AJ. I was like, dude, you're not going to believe it.
And you're saying like this has that type of potential. You're not saying, oh, we're going to match it or whatever, but like,
look, if you left it in the boardroom and you're just printing whenever we're above peg and you know, and whatever, EMPE shares goes to $18,000, It's at 600 right now, or almost 700. So yeah, you can do the math. I mean, you're going to make a lot of money off that.
So in 30 seconds, I've got $1,000 of Ethereum or any coin, right? I can have anything. BUSD. This is on Binance Smart Chain.
Yes.
And you can bridge.
It's wrapped Ethereum, so it's not on the ERC20 network. It's
Right.
wrapped Ethereum. Yeah.
Right. I use changenow.io or something, and I bridge it, and I sent Ethereum into Bitcoin.
BNB.
BEP20.
BSC. Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
whatever.
Got you.
It's if you need help with that,
Reach out. I mean, we're an open.
yeah, I mean, you can
yeah.
YouTube it too, and I'll probably put a link to
And look, the way I look at it is like either you can come in here and be a part of one thing.
Okay, so that's my question. Like, let's say I've got $1,000.
What do you do with it?
What would you do with it today?
I would spread it across. I would come in here and start farming and build my LP. This would be my goal, is to get this bag as big as possible.
And all I have to do is click approve, and then I just click zap.
Yeah.
The word zap comes up,
right.
and then I don't have to go buy 500 of each.
No,
it does it all for me.
It does it for you, but don't use all of your BNB because you need some for gas.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
So you put in $999 here,
right.
and then
now I wouldn't do it all. I wouldn't actually.
Okay, you wouldn't do the whole 1,000.
No, I would probably split it up. So I would probably do 20. I'd probably do 40% in this pool. I would do. I come back to farm. I do another 20% in this pool, which is different. That's eShare and BNB.
And I don't have to go buy BNB.
Right.
I click zap and it comes up.
That's right.
So you're playing two different farms with two different type of coins.
Well, you have to buy BNB if you don't have BNB or eShare, right? Because this is eShare and BNB.
Yes.
So you have to have one or the other.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's 60%. And then I would come over here to the detonator and I would just keep it easy pleasy, man. 1% a day, 3.65x my money, low risk in DeFi. I consider this low risk.
And giving yourself a chance, 365 chances to win $30,000.
Personally, I would put the rest in here because every day I would be compounding. Okay. And I would get lottery tickets as well. So, and while we have only like to give it, I think we have like 1,200 users in here.
And that are, that's
Drip
nothing.
Drip has how many? 80,000?
Yeah, probably.
Plus, right? So, I mean, that's another thing with this.
That alone, I'm like,
yeah, it's kind of crazy. So,
and just making like, oh no, I didn't win the lottery. I only 3.65x my money.
Yeah.
And while during that year, Ethereum went up and to the right.
Exactly. So I see it as a win-win.
So the risk with EMP money is kind of in like it's attached to Ethereum. Like if Ethereum goes to zero, life sucks for EMP.money.
Well, the risk is that you have EMP. And you have, Ethereum. And so EMP would be the higher risk, right? Because it's not Ethereum, right? It's EMP. What is EMP? It's this new, right? So you are relying on the community to play this game properly, to strategize properly as a whole, right? The majority.
And so far, 4 months in, they're playing properly.
I wish
probably
was
the
on
academy
the phone right now because he would give you the stats, but the stats break down to where our community has played the strategy, right? Been good actors. Basically, numbers show that it's more than any other community out there, any other Tomb Fork by far. In fact, the eShares that I was telling you, where they're staking 80% in the boardroom and they're leaving that's just one stat. But normally you see about 50, 60%. You don't see 80. That's kind of like, that's unheard of. And that just means that's the confidence that the community has in the project. Yeah.
Well, I'm in, man.
We're glad to have you.
I am like excited about this, playing a part of my Ethereum bag in EMP money.
Yep.
But I don't give financial advice on my station.
Never.
My YouTube channel. This is a radio station because I got a mic.
Right. I know it feels that way.
Live from Texas. And I'm excited to maybe come back here if you invite me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, 6 months, a year from now, and we'll look. I'll pull up my chart and we'll be like, how's my money do it?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm doing at least 10 G's, 10 a grand.
That's awesome, man.
I'm transparent with my community. That's like a good amount for me.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
And then I might build it from there.
I just, by the way, I have a VIP group, right? A mastermind, and I recently invited you. So come in and be a part of that. But I wanted to say this. If you look in there, there's a section called Post Your Wins, okay? And it's where the members can just post their wins whenever they're winning. Man, go in there sometime. Look at the wins.
What's like, what is
80
a recent win?
I mean, everyone's posting wins from EMP. Like
Really?
every other day, you know, you'll see EMP post, you know, people posting their wins. We've had multiple lottery winners in my group.
They're like, I won the lottery.
Yeah, one guy just bought a car off his crypto. I'm not saying it was all EMP, but he's
he posted his
his
car.
car in there. Yeah, it was really cool.
Probably a freaking
crypto.
Ford Focus.
It was a car.
Yeah,
you know?
no, I know. That's awesome.
Yeah.
He's like posting a Lambo.
Yeah, no, it was awesome, man. We were all excited.
No, and that's
for
the
him,
thing
so.
is like EMP.money is not Lambo, because none
It's
of these
just
are.
steady.
It's
just
steady.
daily
It's
passive
all I
income.
want is a daily little
Yeah,
drip, man.
that's it.
Give me drip daily. Give me
Yeah.
some Animal Farm. Give me some piggy bank. Give me some elephant.
There you go.
Please help elephant recover. And then give me some EMP money. I got my Ethereum. I got my
Yeah.
blue chip coins. Like you got your blue
Yeah.
chip coins too.
Got it.
We're not fully exposed to DeFi because there's not regulation. There's no Walmart customer
Right.
support if anything happens. So,
Right. Spread it around.
but that's how. If you are here in this part of the video, congrats, you made it. What do you think? Leave me some ideas in the comments. Did I miss a question? You know, I know that there's a lot of people that want to say a lot of things about a lot of people. And this space has a lot of protocols that you just don't know what you can believe. All I know is I just asked a bunch of questions. Mike showed up for him. AJ shows up, and it is what it is. So
Yeah.
only invest risk capital. If you want to take a chance, great. I don't have a referral link. Is there even referral links for this?
Yes, you do have a referral.
Oh, there you go.
link.
I have a referral
You
link.
didn't
So
know,
I'll
yeah. So it's
I'll leave it. Yeah, I didn't know.
for the
So-
detonator. For the detonator.
okay, there you go.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll leave that link if you want to join. Great. If not, no worries. That's not why I'm doing this. If I wanted referral links, I can go tell you about a million projects that hit me up every day
Yeah.
and say, oh bro, you'll make bank. Yeah, but I will also expose my community to a project that sucks.
Right.
And I already know you're just going to run pull. It's like, I don't want to do that. Anyways, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching this channel. Go subscribe to Mike's channel. Join them in the Telegram. Be a sneaky little spy and see if this stuff is legit. I'll be in there. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you for having me, man.
All right. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah.